If you don't already know, I started this challenge because I realized something about really successful people, and that is they are usually really good communicators. And when I look at myself honestly, I realize my communication skills aren't where I want them to be. I don't enunciate properly, I jump from one point to another, I digress at times, and sometimes I still use filler words, which are significantly reduced over the course of this challenge. So I decided to give myself 90 days to see how much I can truly improve my communication skills. And that's basically why I'm doing all of this. So for the next 90 days, I'm documenting the process, the struggles, what I'm learning, and more importantly, whether I can actually become a better communicator. Today is day 14. Today, we're going to be doing a bit of retro of the past week, and I'm going to evaluate where I currently am and plan for the next week, which is day 15 to day 21. And just before recording this, I have already read out 1,000 words as planned, which is the exercise we've been doing for the past 7 days. Well, let me start with week one. Week one, I didn't know what I was doing pretty much on week one. I didn't know what to do. I was just all over the place trying to find ways to improve my communication skills. I know I still had a ton of filler words. I wasn't thinking clearly, and I was just all over the place for the first week. For week two, I decided that I would read 1,000 words aloud so that I can improve my pacing, my delivery, my enunciation in general. And so far, I think it has proven to be useful because something I've realized over the past couple of days is that it almost feels as if my mouth is a bit loose. I can express myself a bit more, and also my delivery has improved, not by a lot. However, it has improved by some margin. I'm beginning to take more pauses. I've significantly reduced my filler words whenever I'm trying to express myself. However, I'm starting to get comfortable with silences and pauses whenever I'm trying to think through things. And something I've noticed when people try to speak or communicate is that it is usually latency. You need to know what you want to say, then say it exactly the way you intend it to be. But generally, it is basically a skill that needs to be improved with time. There are a lot of videos out there that talks about how to improve your speaking skills, how to become articulate. Not all of them are going to be helpful. Rather than just following the approach of reading books and watching a ton of videos, I rather do something actionable that I know is going to work for me. Now, we've done 2 weeks. I know that I'm starting to pause, I've reduced filler words, I'm enunciating better. However, reducing filler words alone is not going to make me a better speaker. I need to be good at spontaneous speaking. I need to be on the hot seat, right? I need to be thrown a question at and I'm able to come up with a reasonable answer, a logical answer, and a very clear answer. And so I've been thinking exactly how would I approach this over the next 7 days? What exactly can I do? While doing my research, I discovered an application called Wellspoken. And looking at it, is that it has a lot of lessons which I feel are way more valuable than the generic things you see online. And it has a feature where you are going to speak on a topic for 60 seconds plus. And I think over the course of this challenge, I'm going to be using the app. You may be asking, well, Synced, where exactly do you want to be? To be honest, at the end of this challenge, I just saw myself being able to effectively communicate. So, for instance, if I was invited to a podcast, for instance, I should be able to clearly give my opinions on certain topics and not have to find the words to use and not have to use a ton of filler words and sound more credible, sound direct, and sound professional, as well as in content. So day 15 and day 21 is pretty much going to look like this. I'm going to increase the word count for the passage I'm reading. I'm still going to be doing that, which is exercise 1, reading passages out loud. Second will be the daily 60, which is what Wellspoken calls it in the app. It calls it daily 60. So I'll be given a topic. I'm going to do a bit of research. Sometimes it can be spontaneous, and I'm just going to talk about it. I'm going to do that for the rest of the week, which is week 3, day 15 to day 21. Then we would evaluate. So far, I think we're on a good place, to be honest. And lastly, I want you to drop in the comments, say 10. So, so I can know those who reach the end of the video to confuse a lot of people. All right, that's pretty much it for day 14. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.